Hello Sagittarius, and thank you so much for joining me for the July of 2022 Psychic Taroscope. I'm Vickieverlie, the rock and roll prophetess, and you can find me at vickieverlie.com. Don't be fooled by imposters. The decks we're going to use. The main portion, we're going to use the rock and roll tarot deck. The second part of the reading, we're going to use the Luna Soul reading tarot deck. And then we're going to pull a animal totem card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. If you are a level 2 Patreon supporter, there's going to be some additional cards pulled from the Crow Tarot. Okay, there is a big event that's happening this month. It's more towards the end of the month, and it's really going to be more towards the end of the month and into next month, so I'm probably going to talk about it a lot more in August, or I may even do a separate video about it. And what it is the North Node is going to conjunct Uranus and the North Node are going to come together. This is a fairly rare occurrence. This definitely hasn't happened in Taurus for many years. And what it really is we're all being called by the universe to align with our highest soul calling, to align with our true path, our true soul mission. Okay, so that being said, I mean, we'll go into it a little bit more next month, but it's a big thing where everybody is really, a lot of people can be really waking up. We're really being called to do what we're meant to do in this life. You know, it's no more playing around. It's time to awake and go in the direction that we're meant to go with our incarnation. All right, let's see what shows up for our, I almost said Capricorn, but we're doing Sagittarius. The Five of Pentacles, Hermit, and the Eight of Swords. Boy, the Eight of Swords has been out a lot. Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, wow. King of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, that was in the last reading. Hierophant, Knight of Pentacles, and final outcome is the Lovers. The Lovers has been out a lot too, so maybe people are really, romance seems to be blooming all over the place. I mean, you do have some sword cards here. We can't overlook these first few, but then the rest is beautiful. You know, when you're feeling down, Five of Pentacles is like feeling down, feeling unworthy, being in like a sad position, feeling like, you know, it's overwhelmed, being stressed out. You've got this card about being stressed out. And then the Ten of Swords, you know, that's some real hurt feelings that many of you are dealing with. And the Hermit is here. Now, the Hermit can be seeking wise counsel, and this could even, for some of you, this could be an actual wise counsel, like a lawyer. Because sometimes the King of Swords is legal law. Sometimes this counsel is legal law, seeking out counsel. By the way, let that happen when these words stand out to you. Definitely watch for that and pay attention. Or even a counselor, like, you know, a mental health professional. But I feel like you're kind of, you know, give it some time. You're kind of pulling away. It's like, man, I've just really been through this big deal here. And we just had your full moon on the galactic center. Maybe some things that really came to light, and it was, you know, it could have been a big shift or a big change or a big, you know, something that you really saw clearly for the first time. But it's all happening for you. Okay, Sag, it's all happening for you. The King of Swords, in whatever capacity, does seem to be somebody very favorable and very helpful. Could be an air sign energy, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. Maybe somebody that is involved with legal law. I'm hearing stop the presses. And then they don't even do that anymore, do they? I mean, stop the presses. That was an old-timey thing with, you know, if there was some big news breaking, you know, and it's stop the presses. We got to get this big story into the newspaper. So some big story could be broken wide open, and maybe you're in the thick of it, some of you. Or maybe that story makes you aware of something, or maybe this person is involved in media, maybe not print media anymore, but maybe they're involved in some kind of media that they want to interview you or tell your story, you know, put your story out there or something like that. A lot of those kind of things could be happening. You do have a little stress about it, but I feel like that this person is somebody you would want to work with or go towards or be involved with, that it could be beneficial. Does seem like they're connected to this Hierophant, so this is some big, maybe a media, I want to say media outlet even. I'm not even sure exactly what that means, outlet, but I've heard the term media outlet. You know, some kind of a big, for some of you, this is something, definitely some of you, this is some hospital thing. like something hospital, medical related. Some of you might be going through even a, medical lawsuit. What do you call that? Liability or whatever. Malpractice, malpractice suit or something like that. Wheel of Fortune is here. So Wheel of Fortune is a very favorable card. It says things are turning up for you. Things are turning in the positive direction. I always say, I didn't put the Wheel of Fortune on the cover of my tarot deck for no reason. It's one of the best cards in the deck. It attracts good fortune. It attracts good luck. It aligns you with your fate and destiny, which is a big thing, like what's going on right now with our whole Uranus North Node thing. There's another person. Now this one feels more maybe like a personal relationship. You've got this Knight of Pentacles here next to with the final outcome of the Lovers. Some of you, it could be somebody new. If you're unattached, you could definitely be meeting somebody new. Earth sign energy potentially, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. We are going to be having a full moon in the sign, Earth sign energy in the sign of Capricorn on the 13th. So that could be also talking about that time frame. Or it just could be your own, maybe you're coming out of a bad time and moving into a good time. Because anybody who's been in a long-term relationship, there's no, happily ever after, it's work. And there's times when you're down, and there's times when you're in love, and there's times when you want to kill them, and there's times where you just love them, so it's not always, there's these cycles, like biorhythms, or almost, All right, let's get some shuffle going for the second part. Now, you're a fire sign energy, okay? So, you're going to show up as one of 3 cards, any of the adult fire signs. So that's going to be the Knight of Wands, they call it here, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, or King of Wands. Any of those would represent you, Sagittarius. So whoever shows up first, we're going to look for that card. And then we're going to place some cards around them and see what cards show up around them. So that's going to give us some information on what's you're surrounded by, what surrounds you, what you're swimming in, what you're dealing with. Okay. Well, very first card out, Queen of Wands. So this is you. You're representing as the Queen. I still am going to put a few more cards and then another row below you too. I'm going to put one whole row out here because you showed up real fast. But we're going to, these are sticking together. Okay. So we're going to put some more cards down below you too, so we have a little bit more energy to work with. One more. The Sun. I'm putting them all upright. Sun. Okay, so, you do have some nice cards here, Sag. You really do. Let's zoom in a little so we can see a little better. So you showed up as the Queen of Rods next to the Devil. But that's interesting because Devil is Capricorn energy, and I just talked about that Capricorn moon, and then we've got the moon showing up on here. So I think that's also really talking about that Capricorn moon on the 13th. That could be very important to you, a very positive time for you in some form. The Devil itself is the number 15, so it could be like 13 to 15 around there. And then the Queen of Rods, this is you, but this depiction is clearly Leo. They're talking about Leo with the cat and then the 2 lions and everything, and then the sun energy. So we're going to be in Leo after the 22nd. That's number 1. Number 2, we're going to have a new moon in Leo on the 28th, and so that could be right around that time. You're in bondage to something old, and you're not. There's new things that are being offered, but you're not really catching it. You're too busy saying, well, this went wrong or that went wrong. And that's really out of character for you, Sagittarius, because you're really usually very upbeat and positive. But in this case, you've maybe been kind of down in the dumps. Whatever's coming up here, whatever's being offered, it's the world for you, okay? It's the world and the sun. You've got the world and the sun here, and the Empress, too. But the world and the sun, this is fabulous energy. The world is everything you ever asked for. And then the sun energy is like, you're just so happy. You're just so glowing and happy and shining and over the moon. The sun also represents Leo, too, though. So again, we're back to that Leo energy. The sun goes into its home sign of Leo on the 22nd. And we have a new moon, which is the sun and moon joined together, on the 28th. So towards the end of the month, I think things could really start turning around for you. You've got the Empress and the Queen of Cups here. So the Queen of Cups could be the Empress. It could be somebody outside person who is just this beautiful healer, this beautiful energy of healing, love, abundance. Could be a pregnancy for some. Healer comes through so strong. But I also feel like the Empress, so this could be like maybe if you're involved with some medical stuff, maybe this is a doctor or somebody in the medical profession. That's just great. Because, it's true, a lot of, I'm for socialized medicine for many reasons. And even though my daughter's a doctor, well, almost a doctor, she's a resident, I feel like that would weed out a lot of the people who are just in it for the money and the prestige. That if we did have socialized, and I believe that doctors should make a great living. I don't believe that they should be paid nothing. But some of them, many of them go in it to just get rich, more or less, make all that dough. So if we had socialized medicine, it would only the true healers would be called, their soul's calling, would be the ones that are doing it, the true healers. And you can tell, I could tell. I always shake their hand because I want to feel their energy, And there's some that just have, this immense healing energy coming off of them. And then there's some that are very cold, and you can tell right away. So the Empress, she has that. She's got that vibe. She's got that healing energy. Again, it could be some other medical professional or just somebody that you love, like a mother, grandmother type of person that just gives off that vibe and has that energy. Let me kiss your boo-boo, We do that, and then we feel better because they come at it with love and healing. And, but it could also just be you. That was my first instinct. This is you. You're the Empress, Sagittarius. You're the one creating your reality. You've got the sun on one side of you. You've got the three of wands on the other side. Your ships are coming in. If you're creating from this place of Empress, you can create anything. You can create the world and beyond, And then you also have this Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups here. So, new beginnings in love, sure, there absolutely could be. If you're this could be the Queen of Cups, could be your love interest for sure. And then that would just say like they see you as the goddess, beautiful Empress that you are, male or female. But, this Ace of Cups, these cups, it just is like your cup runneth over. You're in this, and the Empress is also very creative. You're in this very creative space. If you can get out of this worry energy and get into your soul shine here, then you can really, open those doors and really just create that beautiful life and that beautiful abundance that you're wanting to create, because you're giving birth to abundance. I'm going to write that as your title, Giving Birth to Abundance. Yeah, through the Empress and through the Ace of Cups, and even this, sometimes I look at this as like the birth canal, coming out of the vagina there. Giving birth to abundance. Yeah, I think that's a very good headline for you. Okay, let's go ahead and get your animal totem together here now. Let's shuffle up for the animal totem for our Sagittarius friends. Animal totem for July. The bee, it's not the bee, it's the wasp. Oh, wasp can be stinging. You've been stung. We know that's already been established. You've been through something stung you. It could even be, maybe somebody that you really love and care about has had some kind of health crisis too. That can be too. Fearless warrior spirit of the sky. Shamanic healing and transformation. I was picking that up too. Stinging, attacking, fighting the good fight. Impassioned actions makes dreams come true. Yeah. Find that thing that you're passionate about. Find that thing that you want to give birth to, that makes lights you up, that brings forth your sun energy and really lights you up. And you can do this. You can embody that positive energy of the wasp. Okay, I'm not offering any special readings this month. Usually this is the time of the part of the reading where I say, well, this month I'm offering this or that, these special readings. And I'm not offering any special readings, although if you're watching this in late June, you can still get in on the solstice reading until the end of June, but after that, we're done. Well, that's done. But I just completed this painting, and I put together this little, it shows each step, and I wanted to show my latest painting. I haven't really promoted my art in a while, and I'm still doing the art. This is a painting, and there's a group of paintings that's going to be It's going to be part of a deck eventually, but it's fine art prints that are available. That's what I'm, leading to. And I do my fine art prints through Fine Art America as of right now, because that's what they do. They do fine art prints for real. It's not just a print off somebody's computer or at some copy place that does business cards and resumes too. They do that all day long. So they do quality everything. They do color matching. They do archival papers and archival inks. So when you order through Fine Art America, it truly is a fine art print. It's not just something that was run off on somebody's computer. So that's available, as well as a bunch of my, not a bunch, but several of my other paintings. That's where I post my paintings at. So if anybody's interested, you can check that out. And I also have some of different art and stuff on my journals, and that's through Amazon. You can check that out if you want. Last thing I wanted to mention before we wrap it up is I've been getting a lot of inquiries lately about, because I do the soul readings. That's always available. That's your soul's journey reading, and that might not be a bad time to order one with the alignment to note, or maybe next month, whatever. But it looks at what you're really doing here, why you're incarnate, what are you trying to learn, and what's your soul mission, what are you trying to learn. And it is very much a psychic reading, okay? It's not two aren't going to be alike. I tune in and I'm shown visions, and it's a whole thing. It's very much something that I've developed over many years. This interest in galactic heritage, now, that's been a big thing, and a lot of people have been contacting me about that. The answer is twofold. Does every galactic energy ever come through where I see other lives that are not human, Earth lives? Yes, that does happen. Not always, and it's not I can't force it to happen. It will come into play. But it's only going to come into play if it has to do with what's going on in this incarnation, for the most part. Now, there's this other thing that's going on. It's not psychic. It's a formula where you look at the fixed stars, and you can say, well, this fixed star is on your Venus, so therefore you had a life in this galaxy. And I can do that too. I mean, I can definitely do that. If you want to do that, as far as soul reading, you have to let me know. Or even if you wanted to order a one-question reading and you wanted me to look at that real quick, because it only takes a few minutes. I can look at your fixed star, your planets, and see what fixed stars they align with, and then we can go with that galaxy thing. That's not a psychic reading. That's following a formula, a set of paradigms there. So I can definitely do that. But what I do is much deeper than that. So the question is, yes, I can do it, number one. So I've been getting a lot of inquiries. So yes, I can do that for you. And two, it will come through in the other readings sometimes, but it only will come through if it has to do with your soul mission. Because honestly, we probably all have had other lifetimes that aren't human. We've been other, species and lived on different planets and stuff. But that doesn't have anything to do with what we're doing right here, right now. We are all Earthlings, okay? We're all Earthlings, we're all humans. We're doing the Earth Life School thing. So, that'll come into play. So yes, I can do it. Can I give you a bunch of details on it? I don't know that for sure. That depends on whatever the guides are trying to come through with. I can't guarantee you that. But I can do that formula thing. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in and being Patreon people are going to be up next. Please do hit that subscribe button. I'm really pushing. I want to get to that 100,000. I'm the original tarot reader on YouTube. I invented this whole format, and I'm not blowing my own horn. I'm just stating fact. It's it's verifiable. Go look it up. I was the first one to ever do it. But I would like to get to that 100,000 to get the plaque, so I'm pushing for that. And so if you could hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much in advance. And thank you for all of you who already subscribe and all the support that you do give me. Patreon people's up next. You can check that out. Links to everything either through my website, vickieverlie.com, or direct links to everything, decks, books, all in the description of the video. Have a great month. Thanks so much. We'll see you again next time. Bye.